It's your boy Reg
and Natalie,
and we back. Pardon our facts. We got a whole new episode for you guys today.
As you guys have seen in the title, we're doing another movie review on Queen and Slim.
Queen and Slim, the movie. Finally, this is our take on it. How we feel. Our initial reactions on the film. We're fresh from seeing it, so yeah, we seen it today. And
make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share as well.
Share.
You always say that wrong.
I mean,
a little bit.
Like, comment, share.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share, guys. A review on Queen and Slim.
Our reaction to the movie.
Yes. So it's not based on a true story per se.
But it definitely felt real.
It felt real, but it's just not that particular story that was true.
Right.
But it is inspired by all these headlines that have been happening in the past recent years, as we know, like things like Trayvon Martin, etc. So now the movie started with them going on a Tinder date, because that's how it happened. She's a lawyer, and what was he working as? Did he even ever say?
I don't think he really said it. But
and I will say that in the movie, we never really knew their name. We never really knew their name up until the end of the movie when, you know. Anyway, I'll get to that.
Specified on that. Right.
Yeah. So they were on their Tinder date. It looked kind of awkward, like they wasn't really like feeling each other too much.
You know what it is? Because it was like, once you knew she was an attorney and you figured out how she's an attorney and she's on a Tinder date.
No, that's dumb to me. So because you're an attorney, you can't go on Tinder?
I'm not saying that.
You can't want love because you're on Tinder?
You can't want love, but how many attorneys go on Tinder dates? I would love to know. I'm probably misinformed, but how many attorneys, young black women attorneys, that go on Tinder dates?
Single ones who probably can't get a man?
It's usually, they usually say when women, black women usually reach the pedestal of their careers, they usually tend to lower themselves and try to find a man, you know, that's try.
Anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not
you know what I'm trying to say.
That's not true. Anyway, the point was, she just wanted to go on Tinder that day because she had said that one of her clients got executed. So she felt a major way. She just didn't want to be alone that day. That's why she turned to Tinder. It wasn't that deep. The point is, she went to Tinder. It was a Tinder date. It went kind of awkward, and then they ended up driving where he was gonna drive her home.
The dude, the dude knew the place, knew the people. He was on a cheap date. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was not trying to go to no 5-star restaurant. He already knew what's up with that restaurant. He was trying to like.
No, he said it's black owned, and that's why he went there.
He did, but he knows.
Stop.
He was not trying to.
You're looking too deep, sir. You're looking too deep. He just said it was black owned, and that's why he went.
And she questioned that. She questioned that too. I like that.
No, but then she understood once he said like black owned.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, then he's driving her home, and then they get stopped because
Why they get stopped though? You kind of skipping it.
He snatched his phone back out of her hand.
She took his phone, kind of going through his phone. Like, what are you doing? Like, come on, we on a Tinder date. Why are you going through my phone? Like, he like, let me get my phone back. And she playing around, doing, being a little cute, whatever. And he reached for the phone, which made him swerve a little bit. And, you know, that was one of the reasons why the cops stopped him. He probably was intoxicated. That's their job. Cops supposed to stop you when they see you driving reckless on the road.
But he wasn't driving reckless.
No, but if it seemed that way to the cop, he gonna have to step in, and that's what happened.
Okay. Anyways, the point is, then they got stopped by the cop. Routine thing, asks for his license and registration, blah, blah, blah. He goes back to the car. Clearly, he had nothing on his record. He had no warrants. He had nothing because he went and, mentioned the car, whatever. He didn't really check. He just said what the situation was. Yeah, but the point was, there was nothing on his stuff. The point is, he didn't have nothing on him. Then he went over there, but because he sees a young black man, he felt the need that he had to fish for something, basically. Because then he started checking his car and all of that. So he was fishing for stuff, which is very unnecessary, because I'm pretty sure if it was like a Caucasian person sitting there, they wouldn't have did all of that. But whatever.
But people really need to understand, you have to know your rights when you're dealing with cops. This man...
Yes, but wait. On what you said. Wasn't the reason the fact that the lawyer girl knew her rights?
Yes.
That's what got them into that stuff.
Right.
That shows how a cop feels when a black person knows their rights. Look how he reacted. Just because they knew their rights.
They separated the black man from his date. When she was an attorney, I'm pretty sure she would have been told him, he don't have a warrant. He can't search in your trunk and just go in his trunk like that. You need a warrant. It was too late for that. She knew that. And the officer was like, he already agreed to the search. So they already playing games like that, separated them, and he probably knew the black man probably didn't know his rights, and he asked him to go to his trunk. So the black man chilling, just wanted trying to be transparent.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
And then when she started to express her, her rights, then she ended up getting shot. And then that's what escalated all the events to follow, that then it ended up turning to the man shooting the cop, the white cop.
Now people want to say, was it her fault? Was it Queen's fault that she ended up getting shot and the situation turned ugly, turned left? What's your thoughts on that?
Some say that it is her fault because some say she should have just kept her mouth shut, because you should know that when you have a Caucasian officer and you are an African American person, that anything can go left for the littlest thing, because that's literally what it was, for the littlest thing. But at the same time, is that really fair to say that it's her fault when at the end all she did was express her rights? And we are all supposed to know our rights. It is basically, it kind of showed like when the cops saw that it's like they weren't doing it the way that he wanted things to be done. It's like he saw a defiance in her. You know what I mean? He saw that as a defiance, and then that's why he reacted the way that he did. That's what it was. It's not her fault. That's what I'm saying.
It was her fault. It was her fault. She should have had the phone out as soon as the officer took him to the back of the trunk.
But that's the thing. I know. I get it. She was saying like, but you have to understand, she's a lawyer, so in her mind, she was like, maybe this is the procedure.
But she already seen how the officer was acting like an a-hole, because she was flashing the lights in his face and demanding to get his license, registration, all that. Then he's blinded him. Like, come on. So you already seen an officer had an agenda from right there. She should have had the phone out. Reason she came out the car and the situation escalated the way it did, she caused that. I feel like she caused that, and the officer was definitely trigger happy, but I feel like she escalated it tenfold. She should have never got out the car, but the officer was aiming at his gun. All Slim was trying to do was, officer, everything is good. I'm good. I'm cold. I want to get back in my car. She escalated to the point where he had to defend her.
He should have never. She should have never said, "Can you please hurry? Can you hurry up?"
The man was cold.
But imagine if you get stopped in the nighttime by a Caucasian officer. Are you gonna tell him, "Can you hurry up"?
I would probably say something of that nature. He wasn't rude about it. He was not
rude about it.
Right.
He probably should not have said it. Because you know what it is? We have to think about these cops. Like, they're very like, they think like they got all the power in their hands.
They think they're gods.
They think they're gods. So it's like, sometimes we gotta be careful, but at the same time, I don't feel like it was either their fault. We gotta remember, in the movie, when you remember, they said that this was not his first time doing that. The white officer, he had killed somebody before.
Another black man.
So that means this was already in him. He didn't give a F. He didn't care.
He didn't care.
So that man didn't care. It didn't matter how you even spoke to that officer.
Now,
any little thing was gonna do that.
Here's my reaction here. After he used self-defense and killed the cop, he wanted to stay on the scene. He wanted to stay in the scene, and Queen didn't want him to stay in the scene. Let's talk about
that. I gotta give you.
She did not want to stay in the scene. She wanted to flee. Let's get out of here. We want to run from there. He's like, what is going on? I just want to get my day. Like, chill. Well, I'm not a runner. Like, this was self-defense. You was a witness. He just wanted to plead his case to the officer. She was like, we out. Right now, we out. I just met you on Twitter.
That's why I think it's a problem.
And
because I feel like if I just met somebody and this scenario happened, I'm not going to go on the
I don't even know you. We on the run now?
And you clearly didn't even like me at our date.
That's what I'm saying.
Why am I doing all this?
It wasn't going that great for it to be like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, we on the run like that? I feel like she was like real strong. Her attitude was very strong. Like, she was really like, you could tell she was more in charge and took the lead in almost the whole movie. She took the lead. He barely grew any nuts and said the only time he grew nuts to me was when he grabbed the phone when he was at the repairman to call his father. And it was like she was out the scene, and he was able to think for himself. But other than that, she took the main role the whole time. And I was like, damn, like, come on.
I think like she was probably, like, she was, you know what it was?
Her personality was way too strong for him. She overpowered him the whole movie. Facts.
Yeah, I think it's that you have to remember, he was a very innocent man. He didn't do alcohol, he didn't do no drugs, he didn't do nothing bad. He was a good guy. And then he had a family on top of that. She didn't really have nobody in her life. You know what I'm saying? So you
can say
gotta
that too.
understand somebody that
Because he wanted to call his father. He wanted to call his family, and he was like, "Don't you got family you want to call?" And she was like,
because you know what it is? She's also a lawyer,
no.
and she knew that you could get tracked through your phone. Remember?
True, but
America tracked you through everything.
She literally said, "I don't have a family I want to call. No, I don't have nobody." He
Yeah, but
had
that's what I'm
people
saying.
he
That's
wanted
why
to reach
she
out
was
to.
more
That's why he
likely
didn't
to
want to
wanna
run. She wanted to be on the run. He was like, "Nah, I'd rather face this. I don't want to run. I just killed the man. Now you want me to go on the run with you?"
But she also knows how the system works against the black man. It's like when you're a black man in America, forget it. Like the system does not care about you.
Once you turn to a fugitive, it's already over. It's already over. No one's gonna have the story. No one's gonna have the story like Tupac's aunt that it was killed a cop allegedly and fled to Cuba and she stayed there for the rest of her life. No one's gonna have that story. That was one in a few. They really thought they was gonna make a trip like that. Like, come on now, nah. I'm not with it. Not with it.
But then the sadness at the very end of the movie though, that it did end up with them dying, and it was because that black man with the gold teeth was the one that snitched on them all for money, you know. And that was like, damn. Like throughout the entire movie you saw like African Americans were just like, yo, like just go. Like they weren't trying to snitch on them or nothing like that. Like they looked up to them, and then it took that one man with them gold teeth who only cared about himself, didn't even think about none of that stuff, all because of his greed.
To me, in my reaction to that, look at the position it was in the whole movie. They became a fugitive, and they was like, you know what? Since we're doing it, we're going all out. We're gonna go and make it to Cuba. Now, once you're a fugitive like that, trust is very, very important. They ran into a lot of people that was in a club and they stayed to dance. Then the mechanic knew who they was and they still stayed. Once they found out from the white couple, Caucasian couple they stayed with, that there was a $250,000 price on their head on both of them equaling $500,000, they should have really moved a little different. But they couldn't trust no one. How could you trust anyone? They put their trust and they just gambled with that trust.
But they tried
and that's
to
what happened.
rush. They did try to rush at that point.
will change anybody's mind. No one's official like that. People really struggle.
But not everybody will do that. But we should have knew from his gold teeth and the way that his arrogance was.
Now you criticizing his appearance, though.
No, you know, at the end of the day, what was he? What would you call somebody like him that snitched? A sellout.
He was a sellout.
He was a sellout.
But
That's
you
what he
never
was.
know.
He was a sellout.
It was a connect from the uncles connect to the Caucasian people. Then that Caucasian person was the connect to that guy with the plane. That's what it was.
Basically, what it was is that money drove him to betray his own kind.
And what they say about money? Money is the root to all evil.
And that's what it was. Yeah, and that's what
money is the root to all evil, and that's what's happening. You can't really trust. You can't really trust.
I will say that at the end though, when they died, I mean, let me say this. It's like you want almost like a Hollywood ending for them, but a Hollywood ending would not even be good because that's not real life. Real life, they would not have been able to survive. They would have never made it that far. So if Hollywood, if they had put that in the movie where they made it to Cuba, I would have been like, the movie was whack. It didn't really symbolize what it is.
Honestly, to me, for the ending, it was good. It was real sad seeing them get shot like that. She cried. I was just like, kind of like, damn, like, you know, they was almost there. They should have rushed the plane. Rush the plane. And attempt to fly it, then get shot down. You know, rush the plane. That's my thing. I think you should have rushed the plane.
Reginald, they were there already. Come on, what do you mean, go to rush it? They were there already.
They was there, but they, you know, keep running. Run to get in the plane, try to fly the plane. Down the plane crash.
Now, throughout what do you think about the whole movie in general?
I gave it a 7 out of 10. Facts.
I wasn't trying to score it yet, but okay. I meant like, what was your thoughts?
It was a good movie. It was a good movie. It kind of got a little boring to the...
There was at some point in the movie where Reg was like, he was like this, and then he's like, it's boring.
Yeah, it kind of got a little boring.
I didn't think it was boring. It's just one of those type of movies that you have to watch it as it goes. It's not every moment is going to be some crazy, exciting thing that's happening. I think it was a solid, good movie.
The part when they was in the car in the garage and the black officer let them go. Come on now, that's not happening. I'd rather love to see them hit the realm over or something. Do something.
One thing I will say, when they were doing that rally, when they were all like, that was a rally, that's what it's called, like a riot or whatever. I didn't like that the little boy shot a black officer.
I got something to say.
Low key, I expected him to probably shoot a white officer, but I'm like,
agree.
why did they have in the movie that he shot a black officer?
I thought it would have been way more powerful if the black kid shot a white officer.
Yes. Why did you guys have him shoot a black officer? That didn't make no sense.
But I'll say this about the kid scene. I felt like Queen and Slim mislead that youth. That youth, you could see, was in a clear course of he wanted to do something. He wanted to change. He had a lot of energy he wanted to release. And I feel like from the jump, when they had him on the side of that riverbank, why didn't they calm that down? I clearly saw like the kid was ready to die. Like he was ready to go to the protest. He was ready to release his anger. Why didn't they calm that down? Everyone's looking at them like, everyone's rooting for you guys, but that's not what they wanted to do. They didn't set out to do all that. Why didn't they take that anger from that kid and show them that is not the way? I feel like they kind of didn't do enough to save his life, and he ultimately ended up dying. Now I'm pretty sure the mechanic would have never done the car scene and helped him out.
Of course he'd not.
He knew like his grandson is dead now. Now what was that all about? I don't like how they celebrated them. Because I don't think they really wanted to be celebrated. They just wanted to make a way out. And Slim was just trying to fit in with Queen. And ultimately they did develop a relationship where he was able to ride horses. And I feel like you could tell he felt like this is not going to last long. I'm going to ride this horse. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to smoke this weed.
I thought that was a beautiful thing because they had said that. Because remember, they had said that there were laws where an African American could not ride a horse because they said that an officer, like not an officer, that the white man would not want to look up to a black man sitting on a horse.
That was real.
Because it symbolized kind of like strength and power. Sitting on a horse, being high and mighty.
Above you, so above you.
So they don't want to look above themselves at a black person.
It was a good movie. I give it definitely a 7 out of 10. I give it an 8. Oh, that's good. An 8.2 around there. Right. I do feel like at the end of the movie though, when they were shot, I don't know why, but it gave me Set It Off vibes. I don't know if it gave me Set It Off vibes. If y'all remember that movie, you okay? Yeah, I'm
you're cool. Alright. It gave me Set It Off vibes, but it did. I feel like when they got shot, it symbolized like the way that they view black people. That they feel like a black person is always armed and violent and vicious. Just by looking at them, they didn't have to shoot them like that. They were literally just standing there, not doing nothing, and they still ended up getting shot. But that shows you how they view black people. You know what I'm saying? And that's outrageous. But I definitely give it like an 8.2. I enjoyed the movie though. Red was a little bored at some point in time.
But definitely tell us what you guys think. Comment below. Yes. We definitely want you guys to comment, share, and pass it on. And definitely tell us what you think in the comment section. Yes. This your boy Reg.
And Natalie, and thank you for watching.
And we out.